Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Some very important guidance handed out today by the nation's top health experts about what people can do once they've been vaccinated against COVID-19.
Detroit's police chief with some strong words about an incident that led to assault charges against a state trooper.
Who could be more qualified for a COVID vaccine than a veteran in his 90s? But somehow this man was told no. Yeah, 93 years old. He went to the VA in Ann Arbor looking for one thing, to get his vaccine.
And he was shocked to find out he makes too much money to qualify for the shot. Local 4 defender Sean Lay is getting answers from the VA and even the White House tonight. He joins us live with more. Sean, good evening.
Good evening, Kimberly. You said that. We're getting answers from the VA. The defender's getting answers from the White House. We're going to repeat just what you just said. He's 93 and a World War II veteran, turned down by his own VA in Ann Arbor, saying he makes too much money to get the free COVID-19 shot. We're also finding out Mr. Don Schimmel, that's the veteran we're talking about. He's not the only veteran getting this news.
Mr. Schimmel, first thing I want to say is thank you for your service in World War II.
I thank you for the country.
His name is Don Schimmel.
Let me ask you, how old are you?
I'm 93. I'm working on my 94th year.
A 93-year-old Navy World War II vet from Lenawee County.
Do you have a secret for your livelihood?
Yes, a good shot of scotch every night before dinner.
A shot of scotch? Yes. A shot of COVID vaccine from the VA in Ann Arbor? No. Mr. Schimmel got this shocking letter from the VA informing him, quote, "You are rejected over the income limit to receive medical treatment through the Department of Veterans Affairs. Any appointments or medications that are after 2/24/21 will be canceled." A World War II veteran canceled by his VA.
I was sort of ticked off.
As we call the VA for answers, we can tell you COVID shots are free. Mr. Schimmel returned from the war, lost a job. He started his own company. He's legally blind now and day trades during the pandemic as a hobby. The VA says he's rich. The VA said they will not give him the vaccine.
What's your message to the VA?
Well, I'm glad I don't really need them.
Back here live, Mr. Schimmel told me that he used the Veterans Administration when he returned from war to go to the University of Pittsburgh to get his education. He says he feels like that was enough that the VA gave back to him. Answers from the VA tonight. VA Ann Arbor healthcare system getting back to the defender, saying VA enrollees must meet certain eligibility requirements under current law, which may include income limits. There's more to this, guys. We called the White House, also emailed the White House and said, what about this? And we're told from the Biden administration that tonight the White House says there is proposed legislation on the table to allow all veterans to get their shot at their local VA. Mr. Schimmel's daughters said the same thing. If you're a veteran, you should get the shot, period.
Exactly. So Sean, what happens now? I mean, once Mr. Schimmel was rejected by his VA, what did he do then?
He went through all the hoops that all of our seniors have been going through week after week, and his daughters got him on a list at a public vaccination clinic in his home county, Lenawee County, and he got his first shot over the weekend.
Well, that's good to hear, but still, it just makes no sense. Okay. Sean, thank you.
All right, let's move to today's coronavirus developments, including new guidance from the CDC for people who have been fully vaccinated.
Those who are fully vaccinated can gather in small groups without wearing masks or social distancing. They can also be around those who are considered low risk for COVID without a mask. Some extra weeks of Michigan unemployment will not be paid because the state is no longer in a high unemployment period. The state says it will let people who have lost their benefits know if they can apply for another program. And Michigan reports 1,960 new cases and 4 more deaths over the past 2 days. The state also reports 48 new outbreaks at schools.
In-person learning resumed today in the Detroit Public Schools Community District. At least 20,000 students opted to return to classrooms. However, only 20 to 30% of teachers felt comfortable enough to resume teaching in person.
That leaves about 1,000 students that are receiving full face-to-face instruction. The other 19,000 will spend their days in learning centers in front of a monitor being taught remotely. The district hopes the safety measures in place will convince more teachers to come back to the classroom.
I'm encouraged that as the days pass, the months pass, more teachers will come back to school, be in the classrooms, because our students are asking for that.
If you're on the fence and you're thinking about coming in, Things are being done at the schools that we've been at so far to really assist and make sure that folks are safe.
An extra $750 per quarter in hazard pay is possible for teachers if they do return to teach in person.
The president of the teachers union will speak with the rank and file members Thursday.
Well, what a great day to finally get outside and get some fresh air.
That's
really
right.
lovely.
It was great, and Ben's here with a look at some very welcome weather.
Yeah, guys, and if you haven't been out today, you haven't really missed it. We are still parked at 63 degrees. That's 20 degrees above our average high, and we're in the first week of March. This is more like what we would see in early May here in Detroit. And if you do the math compared to yesterday, it's dramatic. 25 to 30 degrees warmer, 31 degrees warmer in Mount Clemens than those numbers that we were looking at on Sunday. Do we have more of that in the forecast? You betcha. But it is going to be coming here midweek, and that's going to be with some mess. In fact, when we look at that Thursday forecast, you see the impacts are high. Not only are we expecting rain, but we could be seeing some rumbles of thunder or flashes of lightning and hearing the thunder along with it. We'll talk about the timing of that, and the temperatures are going to fall off after we get past that midweek rain. We'll discuss that coming up. If you want a sneak peek at the 10-day forecast, as always, it is in the Local Forecasters app, absolutely free in your app store by searching WDIV. Guys?
All right, Ben. For a year now, the governor and the Michigan legislature have sparred over how to handle the COVID crisis. Most recently, the Republican-controlled body passed a $4 billion supplemental budget with a lot of strings attached that would require the governor to give up emergency powers. Today, the governor weighed in on where she stands on that. Rod Maloney following that, and he's live with more. Rod.
Yeah, Deb, both sides are staying true to form, neither side budging, but the war of words certainly is escalating.
My legislature, who is Republican controlled, is trying to hold those dollars back and trying to push me to relinquish executive powers that I've used to save lives. They know that's never going to happen, and it's just really sad.
The governor on MSNBC this morning laying out the first time since the supplemental budget passed last week, and she's unimpressed.
For our legislature to play this dangerous game with resources we desperately need is really disappointing, but sadly, we've got to continue to try to do everything we can to move forward.
Not so fast, says House Republican floor leader Ben Fredericks of Owasso. He believes it's the governor who plays a dangerous, obstinate game.
I think it continues to paint the picture that this is a governor who simply wants to behave in an authoritarian fashion. As she talks about wanting to work with other people, every opportunity that has been presented has been rejected. Working together with this governor means simply complying.
So both sides remain at loggerheads. Getting the $5.5 billion the federal government's offering to Michiganders in need is getting tougher.
But the governor is going to have to realize this, going it alone and shooting from the hip and ruling by press conference has to stop. We cannot continue biting off our lives in 2 to 3 week increments.
And so there are a lot of organizations, teachers organizations, business organizations, health, hospitals, saying, look, in Lansing, you got to work this thing out because we need this money. And we're seeing that call more and more. Back to you.
Where are we headed next, Rod?
Well, Devin, it would appear that the governor is likely to break out the veto pen, which delays that money moving forward.
Right.
So we're going to have to see how they negotiate this thing. But the thing about it is that there haven't been negotiations.
Not so far. All right, Rod.
The debate over Michigan's policy regarding COVID and nursing homes began just days into the pandemic. At issue, the state's plan to have so-called COVID wings for treating COVID patients inside long-term care facilities like nursing homes. As calls grow louder for an investigation, Attorney General Dana Nessel says it's on her agenda. Grant Herms brings us the latest on this ongoing battle.
For the first time, Attorney General Dana Nessel saying her office is looking into Michigan's COVID nursing home policy.
We'll have a formal response to that letter, but we wanted to do some sort of internal digging into it before we formally responded to it.
Last week, State House Republicans sending a formal letter to the U.S. Department of Justice asking for a full investigation into the state's handling of COVID in nursing homes. Only 8 representatives left their names off the letter, including House Speaker Jason Wentworth. Another 11 state Republicans signing onto the campaign to impeach Whitmer or force her to resign over the policy. But Nessel saying her office wants more than just allegations.
I think oftentimes it is appropriate for the AG's office to investigate, but not just when you say we don't like what this policy is and we investigate this policy. that's a political matter.
Since the start of the pandemic, the state's plan to place stable COVID patients in long-term care facilities, which were supposed to have so-called COVID wings, has been a source of contention. While the policy was backed by medical experts, the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare, and the AARP, calls have been mounting for Whitmer to release all the state data on nursing home deaths. She answered that question on CNN this weekend.
We have released an incredible amount of data. We have followed the federal requirements every step of the way.
Despite those calls, Nessel cautioned against an outright investigation for now.
If you can give us some evidence that there's been violations of the law, and you can give us some evidence that, there was not just conduct that, again, is bad policy, but conduct that violates state or federal statutes, let us know about it for certain. But if not, I get wary of the constant calls for our department to investigate things that are not crimes.
In Detroit, Grant Herms, Local 4.
Detroit Police Chief James Craig speaking out today on the incident we told you about last week involving a state trooper charged with assault. As seen in this dash cam video, Trooper Parker Serbrook ordered his police canine to latch onto a suspect and had the dog continue to do so for several minutes, even as the man pleaded for help. Today, Chief Craig said this is one of the worst police incidents he's ever seen.
I remember Rodney King vividly. This is much worse in my view. Just because this guy was pleading for his life, basically, and the dog was continued to attack this man. The officer walked away as the dog continued to attack. Commands were given. Horrific. Horrific. And these are the kind of incidents that set us back, because it just doesn't affect MSP, it affects our profession.
Chief Craig went on to say he feels if that incident had involved Detroit police rather than MSP, it would have gotten more media coverage. We'll share it with you in case you missed it. It was our lead story here at 6 last Friday.
Still ahead, a suspect police had no trouble finding what this man left behind at an alleged home invasion that left officers with no doubt about who they should be looking for.
And here's Nick.
If you're having trouble getting a vaccination like so many people across Metro Detroit, there's a group of volunteers on Facebook that might have a solution for you.